In a small town divided by a single railway line lived two families, the Carters and the Daniels. On one side of the tracks stood a grand white mansion surrounded by trimmed hedges and a polished gate. On the other, a modest brick house with peeling paint and a creaky porch. Mr. Carter, the rich dad, was a confident businessman. He owned several stores, drove a shiny car, and was known for his booming laugh that filled boardrooms. Mr. Daniel, the poor dad, was a humble schoolteacher. His salary barely covered bills, yet he never missed a smile or a story for his students. Their sons, Ethan Carter and Leo Daniel, were best friends. Every morning they walked to school together, Ethan in pressed clothes and new shoes, Leo in hand-me-downs. Yet while their paths to school were the same, their worlds were different. Mr. Carter taught his son, "Money is freedom. Learn how to make it work for you." He often took Ethan to his office, showing him ledgers and investments, teaching him how to multiply wealth. Mr. Daniel told Leo, "Knowledge is power. Learn how to serve others, and life will reward you." He encouraged his son to read books, ask questions, and dream beyond the walls of their small home. As years passed, both boys absorbed their father's lessons, though in very different ways. Ethan learned the art of profit, while Leo learned the value of purpose. When they turned 18, Ethan started helping in his father's business. Leo, meanwhile, earned a scholarship to college. Their paths drifted apart. Years later, a crisis hit the town. A factory closed, leaving hundreds jobless. Businesses began to fail. Mr. Carter's empire started crumbling under debts and fear. He had built it high, but not strong. Money was his foundation, and it shook easily. Mr. Daniel, though still a teacher, began organizing evening classes for the unemployed. He helped people learn new skills, readjust their lives, and find small ways to rebuild. His living room became a beacon of hope in dark times. Ethan, watching his father's panic, remembered Leo and the quiet strength his father had always shown. Seeking guidance, he visited Leo, now a teacher and community leader. Leo smiled and said, "Your father taught you to make money. Mine taught me to make meaning. The world needs both, but it survives on meaning." Ethan joined Leo in helping rebuild the town. Slowly, they opened a small cooperative business, not for profit alone, but for people. And as it grew, so did their friendship. Years later, when the town flourished again, both men stood together at the new community center. Mr. Carter, now older and wiser, looked at the sign above the entrance, "The Two Dads Foundation." He smiled at Mr. Daniel and said, "You were rich all along, my friend." And Mr. Daniel, with his familiar humble grin, replied, "So were you. You just needed time to see it."